25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
The Carr's throw complete there to Smith. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Saints had 1-7 now on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. There's Chris Olave. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Shotgun now for Carr.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. You look at this Bears defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's got it.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Down. 93.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Derek Carr using his legs to find the end zone. Just 6 rushing touchdowns in his 9 years as a Raider. Trying to show off a little bit for the new folks in New Orleans, showing another facet to his game.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Now Fields.
Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you look at the Saints defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so fourth from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away their timing. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 7-7, our score after one.
Don't jump, ready? Hey, Ken. Get out.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5. Fields now to throw.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that in the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
To throw is Fields. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick-6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ballgame.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 68 yards.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Saints on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
And he stopped immediately there.
2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
What now?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Carr now on first down.
Locates Kamara on the out route.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
White Monday.
Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Carr.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. This is caught.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They were held out last time. Here now is third and goal from the 1.
Hey, 7:34. Hey, Raider 2. That's it.
Now Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So Carr will exit stage right and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
One down.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll
and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he fires one incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards.
On first down, Fields.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore, 27 yards.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
42. Saints 17.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They complete it to Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Carr now on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Here we go.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Carr going to throw. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Carr. That one complete to Hill. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. This is Smith with a grab. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Carr now on 3rd and goal.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. The quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Fields. Throw left side. Taken in by Claypool.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
From the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
One down. Easy, kill.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Carr. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Carr now on 1st down.
And that one too high and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing his car on third down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So Carr will exit stage right, and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal.
Made his first. This now from 42 yards out.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, no way. Later, 9. What's up?
Throwing his car. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The protection really holding up that time. That's what you want in the 2-minute drill, but the coverage equally as good.
Yeah, I'd say it was protection both sides, right? Get it for the quarterback, make sure he had time to throw the football, and he did. Plenty of time, but nowhere to go with it downfield. So the coverage, as you noted, terrific.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, 7:34. Get down, get down.
Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
3rd and 3. To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Carr.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
One final try now for Carr. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the